back, YouTube family. As you can tell, it's another Christmas video, Cooking with Kiki. Today I am making baklava. It's my second time ever making it. First time was a very good attempt. So, we have our phyllo dough, our melted butter, our crushed walnuts. You can use pecan. Sometimes people use pistachios also. Cinnamon's in here. Later on, while the phyllo dough, or the baklava, it's baking in the oven, which is preheating right now to 350. We'll be making our syrup about halfway in, so because it's going to take about 20 minutes to do some simmering, cooking, and sugar dissolving, what have you. But anyway, that's what we'll be doing later on, and then after everything's done, we'll pour it and get it all together. And so let's begin. All right, we are using a 13 by 9 casserole dish. Alright, we'll get a little butter action going on right now. Make sure you get your phyllo dough out in advance, because if it's in the freezer, it normally needs time to thaw. I've had this in the fridge for a while, so that way it can be ready for tonight. Make sure we get the edges. And we are using about a cup of melted butter here, because this is a very buttery pastry. Okay. We'll be doing this in twos. So 2 sheets. Place firmly down. Alright. Have your pastry brush. Have this, and you'll gently be getting the butter mixture going on. If you want, before you start doing this, if you want to cut the edges, like so it doesn't look so overlappy or whatever, you can. First time I did it, I really didn't do that. I just kind of patted the butter down and the edges down and let it fold over. No one complained. I don't even think it lasted a day when I made it. So, there's that layer. Set this over here. This is about a pound worth of crushed walnuts. The recipe said to use 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, but I used maybe a tablespoon worth. Alright. We're going to try to spread this evenly. If we can. If not, I'll give it character, you know. Whoops. Some things flew. Alright. Smooth it out with your tablespoon. You'll use about 2 to 3. Now, I think the recipe says to butter these in advance, but we're just doing it together as we go. Place it gently down. Oh, and when you do this, make sure you have plenty of time. It's not the process we're doing that's going to take a while. It's the actual baking. It's going to take about 50 minutes to bake. So make sure you are ready to devote some time waiting for it, because it's not something like a cake. Just throw it in there and, in 20 minutes it's ready. No, this actually is going to take some patience. Alright, we're gently spreading the butter. Now, we are on our second row, but 4th sheet. Alright. We'll have like 4 layers of phyllo dough with the walnuts. Oops. Whoops. You know, that was my 3rd tablespoon, but you know what I'm going to add. I'm trying to make this all even and layered out. Now this is a great little party snack. Like I said, it's for a Christmas party. Alright. Well, we're on layer 3, but on the 6th set of sheet. Yes, these are 6 sheets. Now, if you have any extra walnut mix, just keep it for, future snacks. Like, since these are walnuts, you know what? Save them for some brownies. That would be really good. Brownies with some walnut topping, or, you got a really, really sweet tooth, ice cream. I know ice cream is a favorite in this house. I think with my kid alone, I go through I don't know, more than a quart of ice cream. I don't know. He eats a lot of ice cream. Don't ask me how much. Alright. Oh, and another good use for these is like parfaits with yogurt. Now that's my favorite. I love yogurt. Love making me parfaits. Getting some fresh fruit. Or add it to oatmeal. Baked oatmeal. Alright, now. It tore a little. Don't worry, because that will be layered and buttered. And if you just heard the beep, that is my oven saying I'm preheated. Alright, let me get the piece that tore. Alright. You gotta be very easy and delicate with it. Alright, this will total the 8th. So smoosh the edges. Kind of make sure things get sealed in there. Alright, seal. Alright. We're going to add just a little bit more of our topping. Then we're going to add our last sheets. But in those sheets, we will not be adding any more of the filling. And you want to make sure you have enough butter for all your sheets. Because like I said, it's a very buttery dish. I am thinking of someone who might enjoy this. Alright, have those 2 ready. We're just going to add a little bit. We're going to butter to this one. Now, guys, don't worry if I've talked a little fast or if I haven't said measurements or given exactly precise anything. I will have it in the description. So don't worry, guys. I'm not going to leave you hanging. Alright, that's 2, 4. Now this is just a simple basic baklava recipe. You can go extreme and do more layers. But remember, guys, if you do more layers, that means you got to use more products. If you're doubling it, just double whatever's in my description for the recipe. And then you will be good. Or if you just don't want to double it in a pan, use 2 pans. But I mean, you still have to double the recipe. But you can just use 2 pans and just have one set of stuff for that pan and another set of stuff for the other pan. Well, that's your decision. I'm sorry if you can hear the barking. It's just not like a dog. doggy there, little doggy. As you can tell, guys, we are nearing the end because the butter is dwindling. So smoosh, 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 smoosh again. There's a lot of smooshing. You don't have to make the smoosh noise. Honestly, it just makes it that much more fun. Smoosh, smoosh. Smoosh, 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 smoosh. Hopefully with all these recipes and parties and holiday events all coming around, it's not adding on because adding on to the midsection. And I'm sorry, the food that's been around, it is delicious. But you know what? It's the end of the year. Splurge, little. I don't know how year 2021's been going, but it's been a little crazy around this part. But you know what? We're all survivors. Uh-oh. I am about out of butter. But that's good because I am on the 8th layer. Or, actually, there's like 4 layers with the walnut and cinnamon mixture, and just 4 plain layers. So it is all good in the neighborhood. Alright, so here we are at that. We are ready to put it in the oven for 50 minutes. But I will be back in about 30 to start on the syrup. So I will see y'all guys in 30. Y'all did not see that. Alright, we are back for the second part of this. This is the syrup making. I already have my water in here. It's 1 cup. Now, the time we're coming in, like I said, this cooks like 50 minutes, and it says about 30 minutes left. You want to come in and do the syrup. It's going to take about 20 minutes to simmer. I'm sorry if you can't see me. Just how my camera is, it's kind of weird, and I am short, and I want you to see this, so I am sorry. So we got our cup of sugar. We are going to turn this to like a low medium. And where is it? Ooh, our magical whisk. This is what we need, a magical whisk. So our water and our sugar. We're going to slowly put it in there. I don't know if that was slow, but it was slow enough. Alright. Now, we are going to make low medium. We are going to whisk. We want the sugar to dissolve completely before we go to the next part. Now, we use 1 cup of sugar and 1 cup of water. And just slowly keep whisking, stirring. Find your magical whisk. If you don't have one, a big fork would do, a big spoon, something. But this whisk gets used for a lot of things in this kitchen, if you have not noticed in previous videos. Okay. It is slowly going away. Now we're going to get to a slight boil with the next part. And then when it gets to that slight boil, we are going to turn that down to a simmer. Now, if you have like a stove oven combo that has a simmer option, you can turn it to that. I've had one of those. If not, just turn it down to like a low heat, maybe between 2 and 3. It just depends on how your stove works. So I'm going to do about 2. Alright, I'm going to swoosh the pan a little. and get from the sides. Alright, once the sugar is completely dissolved, which it is, alright, it is completely dissolved now. That took about 2.5 minutes. Now we are going to put our tablespoon of vanilla extract. Kind of swoosh that around. Now, I'm going to set the magical whisk aside because this part's going to be tricky. This is the honey. I do not know what kind of honey you prefer. I use the teddy bear honey. Yeah, right here. Teddy bear honey. It's raw and unfiltered. That's normally the only type of honey I will buy. Any type of raw and unfiltered. Alright. Get as much of it as you can get out. Try to get all of it out. It is about half a cup. Like I said, don't worry. I will be putting the recipe in the description box. And I'll have all the exact measurements and everything you will need for your baklava. Okay. Now it's going to take a little bit to get it at that slight boil. Right now we are on a medium-ish heat. Kind of stir a little. Now, throughout this process, you do want to come back and check on this and stir occasionally. You won't see that in this little video. Because there'll be like a second here, a couple of seconds there. But I will be doing it. We have about, 27 minutes left of the baklava. And this syrup will be ready when the baklava is ready. So you will get to see the pouring of the syrup. I gotta wait for these bubbles to pop that I made to see if it's actually boiling. I can smell the beautifulness of the house right now. Smell the cinnamon, smell the vanilla, smell a little bit of honey. Okay, we're going to turn it down slightly for right now. Set down the magical whisk, and I will be back when the baklava goes beep, beep, beep. And then you'll see the pouring action. Alright, see you in a bit. Hi guys, I took this out a little early because, here, I'll show you. Where is this? It's getting a little golden brownish. Oops, hold on. Gotta get in the spirit of things. Hold on. Gotta get in the spirit of things. But yeah, golden brown. Now, I was going over the directions because I'm waiting on the syrup. Magical one, magical whisk. Alright. Yeah, stir. I was supposed to cut this before I put it in there. But you know what? I think it'll be alright. So we are going to cut that now while we wait for the syrup a little. Now we are going the traditional way. Yeah, that flakiness is probably why we should do that. We're going the traditional way. We were going to cut diagonally. So we were going to cut 4 little lines. Both little ways. It'll probably be better to cut this when it's cool, but we want the syrup, it's right here, to kind of seep through. Now, when this gets to the party, people can cut it how, cut it in smaller pieces if they want. Alright, let me get the magical whisk. Stir. Let me check my timer. It's over here. Like a million timers and stuff going on. But I think it'll be fine. We're going to slowly add this. Turn this off. Slowly add. Ooh, you need a little bubbling action going on. Ooh, that is nice. So everything is where it's supposed to be. It's going to be cooling off and it's going to be ready for the party tomorrow. Once it cools, I will cover it and put it in the fridge so nothing attacks it before the party. Put that in the sink. Alright, thank you guys for joining another Cooking with Kiki. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And as my son always says in some of these previous videos, hit the bell notification. And just remember, the recipe will be going in the description box. And if you want to see any other future videos, just comment down your recipe down below. Or title, whatever. I'll see what I can do. Bye.